Dementia, and this is part 2 in the same day, so it'd be stupid. So I'm gonna go explore the little bits, things like I'm not gonna talk about. So I've got this town here, so let's start with this town. Let's start the story off. I have actually written stories, but this is like the kingdom of Pink Fox. So you come in here, kingdom, guard doors, whatever. Right. This is the local town, which we just went. We built a wall around you, and went, what? We're bigger than you, and we just conquered a small town next to us. Because it would have been the Great Wars of the Lands. Which, if you don't know what the Great War of the Lands did, it was basically we went. The world got a bit fucked up. And yeah, this is what happened. So any town that disagreed with the rulers at the time, well, were pretty much just annihilated. Yeah. The whole town's just obliterated because, you know, you don't agree on the laws we have, so we obliterate you. And that's what they did. Towns just got obliterated. Sad thing is, it's like, it's not a personal thing. It was more to do with, hey, you know, that land there, you disagree, you're part of the Symbian Empire, and we're part of the Pink Empire. We don't like the Orange Empire coming into the Pink territory and building their little villages here, so we blow up their village just to show the point, like, this is our land. This is a neutral village. This one would be, it'd just be like, oh, we're a little village, don't have any quarrels or war with anyone, we're just a lone kingdom. And we just went, for joining us, you get protection, and so we just take them by force and go, hello, we're here, we've built our new kingdom here, so you're part of us. And as I expanded, I just thought I'd truck the villagers in, because they wander off and they die. And then, like, this side is just desert, so you go from bit of grassland to just desert. Most of this land is just desert and dead. The nearest other kingdoms will be this way, if I remember rightly. One of the older kingdoms, or just like a village, like elves. Imagine just elves, because it is just like that. Or dwarves, whichever one you want to pick. But this village is in the mountains. Villages have actually started popping up. I'm quite proud. Oh, yes. And at this village, not far from there, are the raiders, which aren't in because, you know, peaceful mode. I need to build in peaceful mode. But yeah. See, the neutral empires. Actually, no, that wouldn't be a neutral empire. The raiders in this game would probably just be like, I don't know, pillagers, raiders, as they are. They're just neutral, not on anyone's side, but they're not like neutral as in blood neutral. Actually, blood neutral sounds cool, but this town is just like, yeah, they just exist on their own. Nothing. Do you know, it was creepy. The first time I came, I was expecting to see people. It was all empty, and I was like, it was so eerie. It was like just dead quiet, dead empty. I was like, don't like this. Also, that looks man-made. Damn. Lots of little islands out here. I want to go to some subs and underwater shit, but that takes way more time than you think. Underwater shit is a nightmare, because you have to do each layer of water. Unless someone's found an easier way, but I can't be asked to do that. I've always built like loads of bunkers, which even now I've noticed I've avoided, because I was flying like this and you just see, oh, it's just a bit of sand. But yeah, a lot of little bunkers around. Anything I've missed? I mean, we could go into fucking lag. We can go into individual houses. You know, green beds. That actually is a difference in some of these houses, but nothing so much to show off. Like this one could have shit in it done, because I actually have a basement to it, but I just don't know what I want to do. I built loads of little small houses. Like, that was my plan, to actually build like a city of small houses. And then I went, I need a skyscraper, so I went 4x4 like a hotel I was thinking of. Then I built it and was like, wow, this is quite small. I was like, can I expand it? And I was like, we're against the wall and we're against these buildings. No. Also, it is built actually behind this wall, because I'm not that lazy, but time it took. Like, how you build one of these is like this. So this is how I built it. I went all the way up to about, I think I was right there. I think it started off here, but I went a bit higher, and went higher again, and I went higher again. And then I built lines across a certain amount of floors, so that's square 4, that'd be a floor. I built a line. After building a line, I built the stairs all the way up, which was a nightmare to build. After building the stairs, I had to fill in, I did a floor at a time, and that's why you see it a bit weird in some floors. But the one floor you won't see it weird is back here. Same, pretty much the same. Like, these are pretty much the same, except this floor, because it's a special one. The same. Pink Fox office, window, peaceful little area in between where people can go. Office, boss's office, and the beacon. That is it. Oh, and I built a tree and a lot of farmland. Like, I've built all this farmland, big trees everywhere, but oh, and I built things like, I've blocked all the caves as well, but I built things like this like it's just an artifact. It's really hard to make like a map and go, here's a story, and it's like, the story's cool, but building it is the difficult part, because you can explain to someone what you want, but building, like, people who have the skill to build things from just a picture, God, they're lucky, and they're actually quite good and smart, and they've got to give effort to anyone who can, because actually building most of this was just imaginary, and building that was done by a very clever system of, I got the picture, I pixelated it down until it was blocky enough that I could build it, until it wasn't just millions of blocks, and then I actually, as you can see, there's a black outline where I was going to go, and how many blocks long it is, okay, and black, and so I'd actually have a square to see where I am, but it's so fucking difficult when I'm going off an image, but the colours don't match in the game because of how the game is. And so it's hard, and I could choose an easier character, but fuck that. That's not the point. What's the end egg in here? I really wish Minecraft would add in guns. Muskets, so you have a little smoke effect. It'd be amazing. The day muskets come in the game. And I know what I want. I want, like I said for an architect earlier, I want futuristic shit in games, and then medieval shit added in, because it's got swords in that. But adding some guns and some medicines like med kits and that into the game, and then adding medical systems, so you have to get certain acids from certain blocks, and you can combine them and you get little spawns that are like slimes, you add slime with something else, and it equals, like with certain plants, it equals a medicine type, and that medicine type and an illness thing. That is how you make Minecraft not a simple game. But the thing with doing that is people don't want to play it anymore. Minecraft, like in survival, adding all that should be an option, so like people would actually have hardcore. Hardcore is cool. You've got to give to Minecraft, it is actually quite a simple game. Well, not that simple, but in theory it is simple. It's blocks with blocks on them. Lots of blocks. Blocks. That is the game, blocks. It is simply building everything out of blocks. half blocks, quarter blocks. That is it. That is Minecraft, just building, no end result, just beautiful. And it is beautiful, Minecraft is. I remember having other maps. I'm so gutted, because I used to play on Amazon Prime, the old boxes, and I had a controller for that, and I had Minecraft. And I built a Fallout town. I built things from Fallout, because of the Fallout DLC, and I bought it, and I was like, and I'm like, I can't afford the DLC, and I'm sort of like, oh, and I want to buy it. Honestly, if it was for sale, I would just buy the DLC and go, I'm Fallout, because Fallout, I wouldn't, because I saw someone made an SCP thingy-majig for this, and I was like, that looks fucking cool. Like, it's a mod, but fucking cool mod it is, like SCP looking shit, SCP blocks and all that. That is cool. Now, the thing I have with Minecraft is, it has its limitations. Just like most games, like I play many different games. I played the Watch Dogs games, the new one, the old one, the original. Those games have limitations, like every other game does. You know, you can go from A to Z, it takes a lot of time, blah. Minecraft has a lot more to it though, because Minecraft has that thing where it's like, how do I explain what I'm trying to say? Minecraft is just simple, but you can do anything, in a sense. Some games have that boundary of like, so you can build as much as you want in this game right now, and it's not going to go, well, you can't place in your blocks because it's going to break the game. It's like, fine, keep going, but your game's going to crash every time. Prison Architect has a limit on amount of guards, staff you can have. It's like 420 something staff members. I wish I could turn it up to 1,000, but that's the game. Because I actually have a map on that is so laggy. It's a massive building, but it's so goddamn laggy now that if I'm on any more speed than 1, it will shit itself. It will be shitting a brick. I could last 10 seconds without losing it on how bad the frames are. Plus, Minecraft has always had this thing with a lot of reviews. Like, I would love to set this as a night time. I actually have it lit up, and that's the thing with a lot of games are like this. You building them are really fun, like Terraria, whatever it is, the other game, I think it's Bibos, I can't remember who it's made by, but I love that game. I played it and I got myself stuck into a roof, and that was that map over, and I never played it again. Also on Amazon as well. I also had a mobile game on Amazon, which was I think I played it again, but I just can't get back into it really. Also, it had a really cool fighter simulator. So one mode, it was World War II. One mode, it was futurist. One mode, fucking jets versus aliens. It was like the actual scene. It was like we were getting fucked. It was such a good game. There were a lot of good games on Amazon boxes, and I miss them. I miss those games, but hey, they're gone now. Goat Simulator, that's the other one. I had every Goat Simulator. I actually still do have Goat Simulator because I bought it back, and there's only 2 that are my favourites so far. It's got to be the MMO one. I love the original. It's just brilliant. The original is cool. Then you go to, which one was it? Waste of Space. Waste of Space is one of the best ones because it's got so many references to so many little things, even My Little Ponies. Fuck it, that's the game. Star Wars in the Star Trek, they take the piss out of all of it. The second is the MMO one because it's just really cool. I really like when you start it and the first thing you see is that you come out of a tube in the factory in the warehouse, and as soon as you travel down you see like robot steampunk harvesters, and you can fight them and then they break apart, and it's like, that's fucking awesome. It's like an actual MMO. You venture across the map, you fight beasts, and this is my favourite part about that game. If you lick something, you can put it in your inventory. If you're not going through like a portal or teleportation, you can literally go pick up, and then go to somewhere else on the map and go, guards. And if you can hit a guard in that game, guards will attack you. And if you put guards next to like mobs, there is actually like fish you attack or some other creatures, they will fight each other, and it's just fucking cool. I just remember doing it, just grabbing loads of mobs and then just spawning them all in one spot and breaking the game constantly. Payday is alright. Nothing bad about it. It's just a bit more bland. How do I explain it? I mean, to be fair, how do I explain this? So, it was a bit bland, it was a bit meh. It was all... Even the original had more in it. That's to say something, right? The original was like meh bottom. They have updated it though, so that's the truth about it, but... Oh, that's the other one. So my favourite, actually I like this one about the same as the MMO. I had these at the same time. I didn't have to wait for the space when I first got these. This is all on Amazon Prime Gaming, if you've never played it. So the first one I actually got was Goat Z, and it was just zombies, and it was just funny. It had Donald Trump in it. It had an actual bit on a theme show, and if you've got on the way the camera, it would show you actually on the camera. And God, I loved like games like that. And it was also just funny because you were like sat there playing this game, going, I'm enjoying myself playing as a goat, and yeah, like that was the game. It was just playing as a goat and going round. But the zombie one was just fun because there were weapons and they're just so stupid. And there was so many different goats, and you could turn people into zombies, and you could. There was a survival mode where you could starve to death and you could be killed, and it was just funny. It was actually quite funny. I kind of loved it. And there was all before and after the apocalypse, and just plenty of jokes, and it was it was in its time. To be fair, it was quite good, but I don't think people like watching Goat Simulator unless it's someone like Jacksepticeye or someone famous, because they're going to go loud voices, and it's like I'm playing a game and I'm showing you all the COCs. No one cares. No one cares. All this cool stuff. If someone who's big plays the game, everyone hypes it up more, and that's the sad truth. Like I played Among Us. Before it became this big hype thing, you know, servers used to be 16 people, and it was really quiet, and you'd be looking to get a group. When I actually played it quite early, because I heard about it from a very small YouTuber, and I was like, I quite like this. I played it, then everyone heard about it. The big hype came out, and I was like, really? You never heard of it before then, and everyone was playing it, and like, you know, and now, you know what, I want to just be an imposter. I want to be an imposter. It's like, I like to be the crewmate, and I like to be the one who goes, I'm the imposter, and it's like just taking the piss or just acting very guilty for no reason. And people just play games like when it comes out, or when it just comes out, the game's the best, because you have the people who join, they don't know what they're doing, no one's going to be a dick, no one's toxic, because everyone's just found this game. As soon as it becomes popular, the game becomes toxic, shit, everyone goes, oh, this game's toxic from the beginning, but it gets a bad community. The more popular things are, the more bad the community get. And Among Us went from this lovely game to great, everyone's on it type game. It's like, it's not fun. And then everyone goes, have you heard of this game? It's like, yes I did. It's on my phone, you can see the date I had it. I joined 1.2, bitch. It's like, so? I joined earlier than that, but what does it matter? Really, it's like, if you're going to play the game, play the game. I hate those people join, and they fucking hate metagamers or mega whatever. I hate people who like to just go, sit with their friend, and they join the same server. And then their friend goes, I'm an imposter, so snitch on that person. It's like, why? You dicks. Every time I just think, you fucking assholes. If someone's playing the game properly, you're just being a dick to the rest of them, but hey, that's people for you. And also I miss I missed a lot of multiplayer. I went back to play some multiplayer of Call of Duty on the PS3. There were still people on. There's about 600 people per server for like World at War or something like that. And to be fair, as many as people go, that's not a lot. For Call of Duty Black Ops 1, no one. Call of Duty Black Ops Ghosts, no one, obviously. There is actually still people on Call of Duty 3. Now, Call of Duty 3, now this is the topic I like to get in. The third ever Call of Duty was amazing. It had jeeps, bikes, tanks, and it was fun. Because it's not like World at War, when you get in a tank, you actually, your character model will climb it and people can shoot you off a tank trying to get in. You have a gunner, it was just fun. Good old fun. Tanks were equally balanced. It was quite an equal balanced game. And your roles weren't, back then it wasn't like you go, I want customised, no customization. It was, before Men of War came out, like that, I played Men of War, Modern Warfare I mean. Modern Warfare was like the first game where they added so much shit into it, and it was like a great thing. But the third game was just amazing, because it's like, you're German, you have a bolt action, you're German, you have this gun, German, you have this gun, so this different characteristics. Gun, this character has rifle, smoke grenades, this character has grenade and MP40. This character here, he has the Stug and that, the MG42. Medic has a shotgun. The Scout Sniper has an artillery. He can look for his binoculars after a certain amount of cooldown during a 30-minute match. That is like 30 minutes of gameplay, and you'd be like, pff. And I'm not going to say like, for World War II, I remember playing people, we were actually team working, we were all going through this house, it was like, stay quiet, we all just sat around this house like, no one. Suddenly they come up the road and it's like, fucking run. All this shit was happening, and then a minute there, back to quiet, and then you just go around the car and go, hee hee, hello, hee hee, I'm on the car, come and join me, and then you drive around and find everyone else, and then the combat starts again. Sometimes you respawn anywhere. I've seen it break a couple of times, so I've ended up on the map, but for what it is, I love it. I want them to remake it, but instead of like World War II, which I quite like, offline. I'm not an online player. I like playing with bots because they're just more funny. I love everything about it, but the problem is I want more. So I started playing Call of Duty, and I remember playing something like that. What was it? I remember just playing and everyone would just join up and you would respawn a new medic. You would actually have a needle and you would activate a loading time. You go, needle, and someone would get up and no voice chat. In this time, there was no voice chat, so no one knew anyone was saying. All we had to go off is what? Jumping, running, and looking. That was our only communication. So if I squatted forward, and my communication. If I had a car, I'd honk my horn to tell people, hello, here, get in. That is the communication back then. There wasn't much to it. And yeah, things like that make games amazing. I think more games need to be, I wish people back to those, like Squad. That's a game example where people, not always now because of public servers are mainly now full of kids, and that's the thing. Because playing these games, I know I wasn't playing against kids because A, kids don't act like this. B, no one was faffing about when I used to play that. In Modern Warfare, I knew those kids. There was Arabian kids sat there playing it. That's fine by me. I remember, I hate Prestige in Call of Duty, but that's another story. I remember just playing it hours. I didn't have a PS4 until later on, and I was playing hours of that game. Absolute hours, until my actual PS4 got so hot I couldn't play no more. And then I'd play more and more. Then, when the servers go really quick, it was, oh, this is my favourite part. 12 versus 12, what was it? Yeah, 12 versus 12. That was a match in that game, and the maps were not that big now too. Actually quite big actually, to be fair they were fucking massive, some maps like back then. With tanks, with cars, with bikes. Just an amazing feeling, amazing thing. If anyone wants to do it, I say get your PS3 out, buy Modern Call of Duty 3, and I think hundreds of people should just go back to that gaming era of play these old games as a big group. You know, I want to see the day that that game becomes popular again and I see matches full of like hundreds of thousands of people back on there. It's like, wow, matches full of 24 people. Trust me, it's an experience. There's a map with a dam and you can drive a car and ramp across onto the other side. Those things you never get in new games. All of it is shit. It really is simple and I hate this. This is the part that bugs me more in Call of Duty than anything else. Why the fuck are they adding health bars above people's head? They're like, we're the realistic shooter. You're nowhere fucking near now. Originally, very realistic. You get shot, you don't know if they're down. People go down. And in those games, you know, the medic would be called. You actually the button. I love this in the old Call of Duty 3. So if you went down, you had an option. You could die, which takes actually a minute to respawn. Or you could call for a medic. And if you're called for a medic, you go, help, medic. And medic, if you're a medic, you'll actually run over. And by healing someone, you could level up. So that system always worked. And Modern Warfare 4 came out. And after that, things came a bit different. I liked it. No one's going to say it's a bad game. It was just a game of fun. Shooting people from 2 different buildings with snipers. That's just fun. Like, that game was quite cool. Actually, this is what I remember. Call of Duty 3 had mounted tripods and machine guns, and I always remember you would actually have to mount it on the window. Get near to the window, mount. On the floor, you could, if you fired by hand, you're not firing. The game would literally go, if you have a machine gun like an MG42, you have to set it up as a static. Which is a cool thing because that's what you really have to do, because you can't walk like that with a machine gun. Like, I wish I could show you, but walk around like it in your hand like in American movies. That actually will knock you over. So you had to actually get on the floor, your tripod down, cock your weapon and fire. And I remember just firing and then get back up and then walk away. And hopefully you didn't get shot. That was the game. It was quite fun back then. Modern games are just like, window. Some games like armour and that keep that old-fashioned gameplay alive. Like that old-fashioned, I don't want to say old-fashioned, but that cool realism, but not really realisticness to it. So you've got that realistic factor that no one likes, but actually equals out every game. And what Call of Duty is losing is the weapons equaliser. Because I'm like that, everyone can have a secondary shotgun. It's like, I mean, it makes sense, but it's just like, why would you make it so easy? Like, damn. Thing is, everyone says that, like, on Call of Duty multiplayer, it's easy to whip out a shotgun quicker. Yeah, multiplayer is always broken. Playing against bots, the bots have been more respectful as you, I swear to God. Now, what bugs me more is when Call of Duty went from, you know, you can have 18 in the match back to 12. Like, Call of Duty, if you really want to show your awesome game, have 20 versus 20. Fucking everyone will go, wow, matches 20 versus 20. Imagine how mad that would be. That's an experience. Like battlefields and that. Just fucking pounds of men charging each other. Like Verdun as well, just 20 versus 20 charging over the top. Like, that is awesome gameplay. Verdun and that are very realistic games, as in reload slow, charging has stamina, you hurt yourself, that's going to take some time. That gas, and you have to put gas mask on, that is gameplay. That is nothing you can experience like it. It's just full fun, just having a sword and charging, just dying and then coming back again after 10 seconds of respawning and then charging again and dying, because it's just fun. Just singing some songs, charging. Next up, my favourite thing is Call of Duty Ghost was my favourite for bots. The bots were quite cool in Call of Duty Ghost, they were quite good. I'm not saying like good accuracy of fighting, they were okay if you're a veteran, but actually no, over the top and veteran, but hard and they were like, eh. But they were just nicer, because you know, there's like static like gun toes and that. They would use their grenades, they would use their things. Everywhere would have like IEDs in that place down, because that's how the AI worked. And the AI looked, this is I think the first time think one of the first games where the AI would crouch, squat, prone, and stand up, so they'd be laying down. Also, I think Call of Duty didn't only added this in Ghost. I don't know who made Ghost, but I've got to thank them for this. There was kneeling, or when you get to a corner of the wall, you turn. So if you get near the wall, there's a symbol of an arrow, and if you aim at that point. You're looking straight at the wall, and you aim. You curve to the left, and your character, you can actually see him when you play it. The characters are curving to the left, and so it's really fun to just see like a guy with a sniper go back behind the car and out and in. It's really fun. And the maps are dynamic, like if at certain times, sometimes things would happen, like explosions, suddenly a barrage comes in. Oh, it's just amazing. Windows break, books break, fun. Old fashioned fun. Call of Duty, I need to find them. I have all of them here. No, I do not, they're out of my other house. But Call of Duty is always in this thing where it's gone from bad, worse, good, bad. And I think Advanced Warfare, story, me playing with bots and that is quite fun. It's just a bit naff. My thing is, everyone doesn't get me because I'm like, the bots are hard, but people don't understand. I turn my health to the lowest setting in the game. Normally it's about 30%, 20%, 10%. That means I get hit by a bullet and I'm dead. And that is my type of fun. I like just going charging, guns blazing, bang, dead, come on, charge, bang, bang, bang. That's just some fun. For me, anyway. But games don't like to do that anymore. I like to have that thing where it's like, oh, you know, you like to have that charging over the hill. Yeah, that's gone now. So what? Why? Because we don't like it. Call of Duty really... No, I'm not going to say there's stories. The story mode in New Call of Duty Cold War, fantastic. I love it. Whenever you made Modern Warfare, I was like, meh, it's alright. I'm not going to buy it. It's like 50 quid, and I went, no, sorry, I don't want it. I bought other games. I bought Watch Dogs London before I bought that. Legion, London, whatever, same thing. I bought Sniper Elite before that. I bought Ghost Recon before that. I bought... Oh yeah, this is my favourite thing. I bought Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom for £4. That's like, I don't know, $5? Something like that. Nothing. And that was more entertaining than the Call of Duty, just sitting there. All this fun shit that you can do for less money than a Call of Duty game. Just Planet Coaster is even more fun than that sometimes. Like Planet... it's just stupid. How games have turned themselves into these little money grabs because they don't really put much effort into some games. Like I know there's like these jokes and that, but if you think about what team they have, it's like, no, it's not worth it. And then there's what other game is actually quite good? See, Battlefield 1 was really funny. I haven't taken the mick out of it. And it's like the thing with women in war games, and it's like, cool. When does it set? World War One. How many women were there? Not many. It's like, cool. What? Yeah. Lots of people complain at Verdun. It's like, but this is accurate. The Russian front doesn't barely any women, and barely any. Thing is, World War Two there's actually more women in the war and things like that, and it's just that thing of the truth. And see, the thing is, I like Call of Duty, new Call of Duty, but the Welcome to the Rice Fields and that, it's just crap. The Vietnam bit is just, oh sorry, the Vietnam bit is a bit more rubbish. You know, the Vietnam bit was just khaki, lazy, nothing much to it. Maybe a little reference or two, but it's just meh. The Black Ops 1, every bit of that gameplay grabbed you. Because every moment you feel like the badass, or you feel like the weakling, but you're still a badass. New game's just like, you're the badass, you're the man, you know, the AI don't do shit. And that's, I always love that in the old games. But the new game, I don't like it. I like Far Cry because of that reason. You win your AI companion, you tell him to shoot that person, or he just stands there, he will shoot the enemy. And he will kill the enemy. And I like when games do that, like in Just Cause, like in Ghost Recon. When your allies you call in or have drive past and they come and fight, they're not just standing dummies who get shot to death. They actually put up a fight. Maybe they don't have enough damage or they're shit, but they give you that time to recover and decide a plan in the game. Metal Gear Solid is quite cool because that is meant to be a solo game, so it's quite a hard one. I'm not going to say this, but I was playing Metal Gear Solid. I don't think there's an easy setting, but I was on easy in that game. Now, first fucking mission, I felt like I was on death row. Like I sat there with a pistol and an Uzi, and I'm out. Fuck. And I was fighting tactical ops. The second thing was I was fighting. See, I love when you play a game, you know what you got to do, and you miss the horse. Like that bit in the first bit of the game, after like the whole riding bit and how you got captured, when you go into the desert and you do that first mission, and then you have the school guys. I was like, what am I meant to do? Am I meant to hide and walk past? Am I meant to charge past them? So I tried to sneak past, they caught me. I went, shit, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Get on the horse. Get on the horse. Come here, horse. Dead. The second time, I called the horse early. I grabbed the horse and charged right past them and kept going. And that was what I was meant to do. Things with games like that is they never tell you what you're meant to do. And some games have that thing of like, they're not telling you what to do, they're suggesting it, and I like that. Like, Just Cause 3, I broke the game. I didn't break it. I used its functions against it. So what I'd do is, I'd sit quite far away with a rocket launcher, lock on rocket launcher. Out of range of the AI detection zone, or enemy zones. I'd do it with helicopters, whatever. I'd fire loads of rockets from a distance and strike most of it. So the time I'm actually getting into combat with the enemy, I'm only just finished. I'll literally come in and go, blow up that statue, and now it's over. And now it's your zone. Like a victory screen come up, they all disappear. Game's over. And that was how I played it, and it came in useful because I actually learned that I fought the biggest boss base with an RPG and some rockets from quite far away, and yeah, it went quite well. And I've beaten games like that. Like some of them, all you have to do is explode things nearby, plant everything ready, and then just chaos. And then after that chaos, you've won. And so most people have played the game and gone, oh fuck, so much reinforcements, and I've just thought and gone, yeah, the time they've got there, I've won. I love games like Just Cause 4 where there's actually some effort put into it. Not like I feel bad for that game, and I think they realised this was they had to skip release date because it was coming out too late now. The players have paid for this, we've got to get it out now. And so it came out, it was a bit empty. But the things was, I loved the dynamic part of it, or the visuals in some areas. So it was like, so you see that line on the map where there's the combat line. Not like another game, it's a combat line, nothing really happens. There was battlefields with actual cannons, artillery, machine guns, and men would actually charge from each side and they would just die. But the point was, it was really fucking cool. Jets would fly past, helicopters come in. Awesome. And random explosions, because the cannons just keep firing in a straight line, they don't aim anywhere. It's just really fun to see loads of tanks do that. And it was just fun, just to see all these explosions and combat, and just flying around the mountain going, fuck, if I took this mini zone down as a war zone. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I remember doing games like that because I love the tornadoes, the whole weather effect thing. Fucking awesome. Gameplay in that was awful. Actually, it was awful, but awesome at the same time, because it was awful. It was fucking difficult. Doing simple tasks could be difficult because of tornadoes, and missions like that were like fucking hell on earth. So I decided to play Watch Dogs, and I don't know how, but I never played Watch Dogs 2 for ages. I haven't played it for fucking ages. So I came back to it, and I realised the health in Watch Dogs 2 is actually not that high. I just remember like lasting hours with a gunshot, and I'm like, I put on realistic mode, and that was it. Dead. Shot dead. Shot dead. Like, oh, bang, dead. And it was just so difficult. But sometimes having it difficult gives you that effort to go, I'm gonna be quiet, I'm gonna be stealth, I'm gonna try hard. I love that thing is in Metal Gear Solid, how your silencer breaks after like 6 shots or like 12 shots. But really, what that makes you do is get up and close and personal if you want to stay stealth. And yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know how Solid 4 works in sense of because I've seen it in menus where people go, "Wait, God, I'm behind you. Put your hands up." And I don't know if that's still a thing or if that's just like, I don't know. It's meant to be there, but things that come in games later. I love things like there's all these anime characters and I'm like, oh, where are they? They're here. It's not there. It's like, oh yeah, you have to complete this part of the game and this part of the game and this part of the game. I'm like, no, I don't want to. Well, that part of the game there, you've got to go in a fully fledged military base. You know, you're a newbie, but you've got to go in space. There's a fucking hind flying around with a gunship that can obliterate you. Have fun. I'm like, fuck off. That's my first response, like, fuck off. I'm not doing this. I literally I got halfway there. I had to explore half of the fucking desert to get there, and I was like, fuck this. And I literally cancelled the game and went, back to home base, please. You sure? Yes. But I love how the story works, so you can have it's a simple game, you know, it's got its function and it's got its gameplay, and that's all you need. Its cinematics was amazing. That first bit of the game was fucking beautiful. It was stressful as shit, so I didn't have any time to go, wow, it looks amazing, because it was like, fuck, you get shot, shh, stay stuff in your body. You'll piss yourself, mate, for fuck's sake. Like, I love that bit, it was like, he pissed himself. He was actually... He actually pissed himself on the floor, and the guard looked and went, why are my feet all wet? Then the fucking demon comes, it's like, thank God we're saved. And then it's like, demons coming after you, and I was like, fuck off. And I called my pistol, like, bang, bang, bang. Fuck it. Nothing. One thing about Metal Gear Solid though I want to complain about is the tranquilizer gun. Because it's not a ranged weapon, shouldn't it always just be stealth? It's a dart gun to be... And so if you're at a certain distance, it's not stealth. But hey, that's the game, so I can't complain. Next up is like... I can't wait for Far Cry. Because Far Cry 4... And if none of you have ever played Far Cry 4, this is the story I gotta tell you. There is a secret ending in both Far Cry 4 and 5. If you just sit there for 10 to 20 minutes, at the beginning of it where there's that option to move, and you don't, game ends. Just Cause 4 was, and he takes you to your mother's grave, you spread your ashes, you go shooting with him. The end. That is the end, instead of doing the whole fucking revolution shit. Then with number 5, you could just go, no, I'm not arresting him. This is too dangerous. You walk off, you fly off, and that's the end. And that's the game. It's like, fucking, never mind. And I don't think they have it in all of them, but I hope it's in the new one. They just have that ending, it's like, I just fucking die. And that's the end. Sometimes the endings are funnier when they're like lame and they're just like, you fool. I love map editors. No, let's go to the next one. Far Cry 4 map editor. I did so much shit in that. And now I'm going to another games with map editors and I'm like, especially like Planet Coaster, and I can build shit quite good. You know, I can build these amazing things, like no problem. I can build simple, amazing structures which look quite decent. My problem is I hate controls and I hate I could build anything. Like my mind can go, I want to build this. But the game's like allowing this much. Like Far Cry 5 had a map set with tunnel bits, and I was like, I want to build an underground tunnel. I can't. Fuck. And it's like, this is how easy it is, and I was just sat there like, oh, I can't build what I want. I want to build a whole underground structure in a Vietnam map, and you just go in a tunnel and clear it, you know. But no, it's not that easy. Which is kind of disappointing if you think about it. But hey, that's enough for this discussion in this Minecraft episode. If you like it, I want to be cringy and YouTuber, so don't have to like and subscribe. That is just a choice you personally make. What would help me is if you leave a comment below on what you want to see, what you want a discussion on. Because I will talk about anything. If you put a discussion thing in comments, fucking I'll be there for hours talking. I think that'll be it. I think the next game we'll soon be doing is Watch Dogs: Legendary, because I've actually played it quite a bit and I've unlocked some quite powerful characters, and I've learnt the exploits in it a bit. Not like money exploits. I found exploits in the sense of they're in the game but they shouldn't be, and I think some games balance it out more. But hey, it's a discussion for another time. Thank you for watching Minecraft Discussion Time. I'm going to change the title to Minecraft Discussion Time now. I've just noticed this. There's a comment section in the thing, so I can actually go AFK and actually just look at the comments. So yeah, Minecraft's a fun game. See, I should have done a building session and talked, but my focus wasn't there, which is kind of disappointing. Seeing how this game is just beautiful. So I love to talk about like what I want to do and what I can do, because like what I can do is not a lot. What I want to do is build amazing things like this thing, and complete. The thing is, the time it takes to do shit. No, I'm not joking. From up close, this thing looks terrible, but from a distance it makes sense, and if you saw my logo you'd see it's pretty similar, but it's hard to get a similar thing depiction of that, because A, this is my first attempt, and B, it's my second attempt. This one's got more wool than that one. I gave up on this one. The Chittery one has like the white and red and blue. I actually have the picture still, so if I need to look at it, I have got it, so I can just go boop, 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 boop. Angry, boop, 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 boop. And red, 42 right, 46 left. That is how I do it, how you build this. So it's like, alright, first line, black, black, blue, black, blue, black, blue, 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 black, 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 blue, blue, black, 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 blue, black, 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 blue, 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 black, black, and it's that type of thing. And it takes forever. But if I had the time, I would finish this off. Thing is, as simple as it sounds to go, yeah, I finished this off, it looked quite good. What people don't realise is I built it from this angle for a reason, and building block by block is a nightmare. Because if I look at it and I have to look in the full picture of everything that's going to happen, it looks shit, and I have to get whole sections here like gone, 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 because it's all bad, and it's like, oh. I loved it. Thank you for watching though. If you enjoyed it, remember, you'll always be back for another stream.